everybody, and welcome to another Sunday evening frequency meditation. I'm in Rio de Janeiro. It's carnival season, so I've got my setup all ready to go. And with that, let's start to get into this evening's frequency meditation, which is all about being grounded. That's a little bit better. It's very important to have fun on this journey. You know, it's not meant to be that we're supposed to suffer, take on the burden, sacrifice, make this a really challenging thing, being in density. We're supposed to have fun, embrace it, dance, sing, enjoy chocolate, whatever it might be. So this week's frequency meditation is all about tuning into Earth's frequencies. I use that a lot in the work we do here. It's, as I've always said, it's the purest frequencies that I have access to where I am right now on the journey, and it really stabilizes you. But it does much more than just ground you, align you, stabilize you. Those are pretty important things to do in this world today. But it starts to let you exit from the constructs you're in, the distortions that have created the reality that you're existing in today, and you get to tap into that universal knowledge. I have my dog in the background because that's why we feel so good when we're around animals, because animals are perfectly present. They've already disconnected from that. They've never actually even been connected to it. They're always in the perfect present moment, grounded, and can tap into these other knowledge banks that are out there. Us humans, it takes us a little bit more time and difficulties because we have distortions. So on this frequency meditation, we're really going to go deep into the frequencies. We'll use Earth's frequencies. So we start to, from an experiential point, is we start to see what it's like an experience, what it's like when we can start to separate from these constructs that we have brought in with us, these limitations, how the distortions themselves have created the reality you're in right now. And as a consequence, that's why your thought process, your perspective, your emotions are the way they are. It's not the other way around. So let's do that. Let's just sit back, center yourself, and let's have a great Sunday night meditation. Okay, so let's just get started. And by doing that, we just notice where you are right now, your environment around you, everything outside of your body. Look around, look at the room. Noticing what you're doing right now. Are you sitting? Are you walking, standing, lying down? And now just observe yourself in your body. Let's take a body point. Your right shoulder. Bring all your attention to your right shoulder right now. And let's close our eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And exhale completely, really pushing out all that stale air that's at the bottom of the lungs. Releasing yourself, releasing everything that's there. Just allowing your body to relax. As we start to tune in, bring awareness into the stillness of this very moment that we have right now. There's only this very moment. There is no past, it's over, it's done. There's no source attached to it. And the future hasn't been created, and equally there's no source attached to the future. So it's only the present moment. And as you breathe in, just become aware of your presence in this space that you're in. Feeling the weight of your body pressing down. The air perhaps moving around you. For those of you who can, the subtle shifts of energy in your surroundings. And you're here in this moment, fully present in your body. This time now, as we take a deep breath in, let's breathe in from the core of the earth, this earth that's beneath you. And bringing in these frequencies, these pure frequencies, right up through our body, through our spine. Becoming aware. The earth is always here. It's been here for billions of years. Vast, stable, and filled with a deep intelligence. We can tune into that intelligence. So let's use our superpower. It's called imagination. For many of you, it's been downplayed when you were young. Some of you might have had imaginary friends that weren't so imaginary, but your parents told you it's time to stop playing with those friends. Cut off your abilities. Some of you were daydreamers. And then as you got older, again, you were instructed, stop daydreaming, get practical. So we've curtailed this superpower of ours, which is imagination. So let's imagine. Imagine like a golden current of energy flowing up from the Earth's core, just rising gently towards you. This isn't just energy. It's the raw intelligence of Earth itself, pure, stable, free from distortions. Taking another deep breath in from the core of this Earth, coming right up, visualizing in the mind's eye this golden current just coming right through your body, through your spine, and then expanding right out through your whole body until it gets to the limit where your skin stops. Feel the warmth, the steadiness, the silence, the stability. Your entire being is enveloped in this deep grounding presence. Just by your thought, that's how powerful we are here. We can connect to it. This is the frequency of pure alignment. Nothing is forced and everything naturally flows into balance. So when we tune into these frequencies, we don't have to force it, we don't have to figure it out, we don't have to understand it. Why? Because just by us putting our attention on these frequencies, it's not forced. Everything that just naturally flows and is in balance. Taking another breath in. What's actually happening when we synchronize with these Earth's frequencies is kind of like, as I mentioned earlier, about having my dog present who's around me right now, people who have pets. Or you go into pure nature, raw nature, we feel good, lighter, our mind's less cluttered. Why is that? Because our whole nervous system starts to calm down. What these frequencies do is they let us step out of this artificial, unstable construct that we're in. Call it a matrix. It's just a label. We start to become free from the distortions that pull you in to these realities. Perhaps they're realities that contain distortions of non-deserving, lack, sacrifice. So when we start to tune in, this just means putting attention on. You start to move into a state of clarity. This clarity overrides this past conditioning, these filters, programs. So we're no longer has control over the reality that we're in. Your body starts to resonate with a natural rhythm, which allows healing and realignment. Taking another breath in. As you take that breath in, feel this intelligence move through you. Observe just how effortlessly balance emerges. You're not thinking it into being. Your body, mind, and spirit naturally adjust. You give it the right environment. So as we breathe in from the core of the earth, bringing them up through the frequencies, right up through our body, through our spine, expanding out past where our body stops, arm's length around us. This is where our frequency signature is. This is where everything is created. We are a reflection of that. I feel like we're a shadow. Most people spend their whole life trying to fix the shadow without editing their frequency signature. For those of you who are new to this work, do not worry if you don't understand it. The knowledge will come to you from within. I'm really speaking to your higher self anyways. So as you let this awareness expand beyond yourself, the body, you can see how the Earth's frequencies, have always existed outside of the human constructs. It doesn't operate from control, hierarchy, or limitations. The Earth, it simply is. For billions of years. Very successful programs. It's still here. It's still in perfect alignment, harmony, synchronicity. We don't have to protect the Earth. We need to respect the Earth. We're on version 8.0, which means 7 times before. We've been here. With all the technology, all the sophistication, and as we demanded free will, we've received it. But when it comes to the state that it might pose a risk on the well-being of the Earth, a simple wiggle and the problem's over, and it starts all over again for humanity. That's what we're going through right now. But it's not very efficient for us to have to create ourselves again from scratch. It takes 1,000,000 years or so. So this time, hopefully, there's enough of you all out there, part of the collective, higher consciousness, a clearer consciousness, one that's more in line, synchronicity, harmony. That we can shift. We can keep going. Taking another breath in, and just notice if there's any residue thoughts maybe perhaps emotional attachments or inherited patterns, trying to pull you back into instability. These are distortions. Our natural position is to be stable, is to be aligned in harmony with all, like the earth. These distortions these artificial overlays, if you like, imposed by humans, create this reality you're in right now. So imagine the Earth's core frequencies gently dissolving these distortions, bringing you into alignment, like a river washing away debris. There's no efforts required. By simply observing as they dissolve one by one. Another breath in from the core of the earth, bringing in these frequencies right through our body, expanding out past the limitations of where we physically are into this other space, arm's length around us. This is where our frequency signature is. This is the place we want to pay attention to. And from there, notice you in your body, like a bird's eye view of you in your body. Noticing your brain, the left side of the brain, the right side, and then just let's stay here in the center part. Less noise here. We're able to listen more, receive more. From here, there's no effort. Lack just naturally dissolves. Because the Earth's frequency operates from abundance. Struggle disappears. Because the natural state of being is ease. It's not supposed to be a struggle. We're not supposed to go through sacrifice, effort, pain, discomfort, to be with a clearer consciousness of our higher self. Self-doubt phase, that imposter syndrome phase, as you tune into something infinitely wiser than the mind. The mind is a processor. It's not a creative force. We put way too much emphasis on the mind. And as a result, we're in a loop. It's Einstein who said it's impossible to solve a problem from the same consciousness, mind, that created it. And that's what we do here. But that's not what we do here with space-time. We move into another consciousness, where there's another rule set. The awareness comes to us, for us. Artificial identities start to collapse. Many of us play multiple personas. I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm an employer. Different hats. That starts all merging as one into your true, authentic, unfiltered presence. Another breath in. So right now, this very moment, you're stepping into a deeper alignment with your original self, your authentic self. The version of you that exists beyond the programming beyond the external influences, beyond these inherited traits that we brought in from past lives, from our ancestors. The earth does not judge, label, or limit. It simply supports life in its most natural, unburdened state. Well, let's receive that support ourselves by tuning into it, tuning into the Earth's frequencies. Give yourself permission to allow this realization to settle within you right now. Let's just be in silence for a bit, noting there's nothing to fix, nothing to change, only distortions to step out of. We can't do that if we don't have the awareness of what distortions are creating the reality we're in. And a consequence of that is our thought process, is our emotions, is our values or beliefs. So let's just settle here. Again, noting that there's nothing to fix. You're not broken. You don't need healing. You're not incomplete. It's only the distortions that are not you that are activated. But we can step away from that. And as we get stabilized in the Earth's frequencies, let's start to expand our awareness outwards. We're not here to exist. We're here to create. We're here to, like the Creator, expand. Let's push the human envelope. Feel that spaciousness of the reality. Not just what's visible, but what's beyond your perception. Very important part. The mind does not render reality. Reality renders the mind. We've got the cart before the horse. So notice when you're deeply present, for instance, if you're maybe in the middle of raw nature or surrounding yourself with animals, is there stabilizers? So notice how that brings you in to presence, deeply. When this happens, your awareness naturally elevates to a higher version of yourself. That lightness you feel in nature, clarity, simplicity, that's just you stepping into another reality, closer to who you truly are. This is where true power begins. This is where true empowerment begins. Not in forcing change, but in stabilizing in the right frequency and allowing reality to shift around you as we breathe in. At first, for many of you, you can pulse into this state, this expanded awareness, and then you'll come back. The filters will override. I can bring you into this space. I can't keep you there. There'd be a lot of power I have over you, so that wouldn't be good for you, and it certainly wouldn't be good for me. So we practice. You can listen to this meditation again if you want to have more clarity on the mechanics. Practice, practice, practice. And then instead of just pulsing there and coming back, you start to be able to sustain yourself there. And then over time, that will be your natural default reality state. Now you'll notice when you're not there, when you're in a distorted reality. And that's cool. You just autocorrect. You're like, oh, I'm distorted. I'm going to come back. And then you just ground yourself and you're back. Again, that's how powerful we are. Let's disconnect from this victimhood that is so prevalent in the mass consciousness. Feel the oneness between your body and the earth. The earth does not belong to you, nor do you belong to it, because you're one. You're a part of the same unfolding intelligence. Another deep breath in. Noticing your spine, the 33 vertebrae, the space between the vertebrae. When we're in this state, there's no need to chase manifestations. We don't have to pick up the latest gimmick out there on how to create wealth. Find your twin flame. Whatever it might be. Whatever diet might be the most recent fad. You don't have to chase this stuff. You don't have to seek control or fight for a better future with always that layer of doubt. Everybody else but not me. You're already in the highest possible alignment by simply being here, present, and connected to something infinitely larger than yourself. Don't worry, you will receive the awareness. Some people call it downloads. That communication will come to you, it will come for you, but from within, from your higher self. So another deep breath in, and this time as you exhale slowly, begin to bring your awareness back to this physical space around you, opening your eyes, looking at the environment around you, the room, noticing you and your body. Yet notice if maybe something's shifted. Your field is clearer. Your energy is more stable. You're freer from external distortions. That big problem you had before you got on the session maybe doesn't have the same weight. You no longer feel bound by artificial constructs. You're just simply present. Hmm. So when you're ready, open your eyes. Carry this alignment with you into your day, knowing that each moment of presence is an opportunity to tune back into this natural intelligence of creation itself. It's there for you. It is you. We're not here to be shaped by reality, to be victims. We're here to observe, to align, and to transcend, to become the masters that we truly are here. The moment you step out of inherited limitations, the world around you will shift accordingly. Most people are in survival mode. Most people just want to get to the end, the finish line, safe. And that's what we're doing here now. We're remembering. We've already done the first magic act of coming from everything all at once into density, into a fractional limitations, not remembering. And now we're on the second magic act. Coming back home, remembering. Remembering how powerful we are. Remembering our brilliance. We're connected to everything. We have access to everything in the present moment, in real time. Financial security, it's always in the future moment. Anxiety, it's us living in the future moment. I always tell people when they're distraught, cool, a lot going on. But how are you this very second? Not thinking about the next second. This very second, how are you? When people can tune into the present moment, they're not just okay, they're brilliant. They're free. The Earth's intelligence is always available to you. You can always tune into its stability. And as you do, you remember your own. There's nothing to force, nothing to seek. Only presence, alignment. And true power, empowerment, unfolding naturally for you. It's the design. It's how it is. Universally. Our multidimensional self. Stay here. I'm just guiding you. This is a conversation between you and your higher self. So end it in your own time. And just a note, I'm going to open up these frequency meditations so they're not so rigid. It's not every Sunday night. I'm going to do it more sporadic because that's when I get pulled into different realms with control. So if you're part of the collective, which is complimentary. You just have to register. You'll get a live notification when I go live. And then after that, we'll transfer it over to YouTube. But it won't be Sunday nights anymore. It'll be whenever it is. More real time. Part of that tuning in to this infinite intelligence instead of being restricted to the time values here in density. And with that, I hope everybody has a beautiful week.